Well, hello there. Welcome back to Grandma Ray Don't Play, and I'm Rachel. So today I want to talk to you about the advantages of owning real estate. Yes, we're talking about real estate today, okay? Okay, so I thought I'd start off with my own background, kind of give you another glimpse of where I'm coming from. So at age 22, I purchased my first multifamily home. Yes, at age 22. You know, at 22 years old, you really don't know what you're doing. You really don't know what your plans are in life. But I knew that I wanted to own real estate. And what made me come to that conclusion is I was renting an apartment, and I thought about that one day. I said, wow, I'm paying out all this money, and at the end of the month I have no benefits from it. You know, when you own, you're building up equity as you're paying your mortgage. So equity is a portion of what you pay in each month builds up to money that you can cash in later, whether you cash in through selling it or you refinance that way, okay? So I decided that I wanted to have my own house so that I could benefit from my money that I was paying out. And so what I started doing was I went, first of all, and I got another job. So I had a job, a full-time job and a part-time job. And I did that for 2 years faithfully and saved every penny. So you know how when you pay your bills well, I know what I do each week. I give myself an allowance. An allowance is money that I can have from my pocket, whether that's for money for my meals at work or gas for the car, or if I want to go out somewhere, spending money. Okay, so I would give myself an allowance every week, and I managed not to spend at least 75% of my allowance so that I could continuously run this excess money to the bank, in addition to saving where I could out of my paychecks. And so I did this for 2 years straight. I didn't have any kids at the time when I was 22, so I was able to really dedicate my life to accomplishing this goal. And so I bought my first house from the city of Boston. You know, each town, each city, each state, they take property from people due to either non-payment of the taxes, or it could be the water bill, or somehow or another it gets into the city's hands, and so the city has this property. And you can go and bid on this property. That's what I did. I went down to the city and I asked them to, I told them I was interested in my property and I would like to have them to put it up for auction. And they did. And I won the auction. So auction, anyone can show up and bid against you. Okay, so all the money that I was saving in the bank, when I used to have so many receipts from going to the bank. I swear I must have went to the bank at least 30 times a week, okay? And all of that paid off because I won the auction, and I ended up with my first it was a two-family house, my first house at age 22. I didn't know nothing about real estate. I didn't know nothing about fixing up a house or anything. But I knew one thing, that I was no longer going to pay rent. So I bought that house for $3,200 in 1979. for $3,200. Now I'm sure, you know, the whatever is owed for taxes or the water bill would be a lot more now, but you get paid a lot more now, so it could equal out the same. I do know one thing, it's a lot cheaper than a mortgage, because once you pay that, you're free and clear. There is no mortgage. And so now you can see how you can make it, right? And it may be a fixer-upper. You know, I'm not going to say that it's going to be in the best shape. It may not be, because if someone can't afford to pay the taxes or the water bill, they probably can't afford to keep the upkeep up, right? So be prepared for that. But the good part about it is it's yours, okay? And you can, if you want to, just turn around and sell that. You don't even have to fix it up or anything. You can just turn around and sell that and then go get you your next piece of property. How about that, huh? So that's my experience. So I want to help you so that at least you would hear some pros and cons on real estate and know if this is something for you. Or maybe you've already been thinking about this, but you just don't know how to go about it. Well, maybe I can share some light on that, okay? So I have my notes as usual, okay? So I'll be looking at my notes every now and then, okay? All right, so that's my background. So let me start here. Savings. You want to save, save, save every penny that you can save. And if you have a partner, that's even better. Then the two of you can save. But you both have to be willing to go down this journey together. You know, you can't have it where one partner is still spending and not considering the goal, and you're saving. It won't work. You need the two of you together. Or if it's just one, then you can just bank on yourself, okay? The question is, how do you upgrade from your first house to the next? Because you know, your first house you buy is not your dream home, right? Well, the way you upgrade is simple. You just sell it. You wait till the market is up and you sell it. And the reason why you sell it, because if you don't sell it, you'll never upgrade to the next house. And so you may say, oh, well, I need to fix this and I need to fix that. You'll be fixing on a house forever. Okay, so at some point in time, you got to say, okay, well, maybe I'll just do the kitchen because that's where the value is. Or maybe I'll just do the bathroom because that's where the value is. And then just sell it and go get the next house, okay? So when you get the next house, I don't want you to just buy any house that's on the market. I want you to buy a house that if you buy that house, you already walk into it with equity on the table. That means, like, for instance, let's say the house is worth $500,000. Well, you want to buy that house at maybe $450,000. So when you buy it, you automatically have $50,000 in equity right from the beginning. Now that's important because if you have equity in it, you never know down the line what could happen. You may need a new roof or a boiler or something that causes for a serious major repair. And you may not have the cash, right? But you can do a refinance if you've paid in enough years into it and tap into that equity that you had when you bought the house. Okay, so you see my point? Or if you buy the house and you have that extra equity there, you can just turn around and sell it and get that out. It's just great, right? So you can keep doing this and you can see how you can get to your dream home if that's your desire, okay? All right. The rent, if you get a multifamily, and I want to talk about multifamily versus single family. If you get a multifamily, a certain percentage of the rental income is counted towards your mortgage. In other words, it's sort of like, let me put it this way, okay? So let's say that you get 70% counted of the rental income counted towards your mortgage. What that does is boost up your buying power. So it adds on, that percentage adds on to your income, and now you can buy more. You get my point? Okay, so that's the purpose of a multifamily. Let's say you're going to get a 4-family. All right, so you live in one. Another one pays the water bill and the tax bill. That's the other rent I'm talking about. Okay, and then so you've got the water bill and the tax bill covered with one. You've got the mortgage covered with another one, and you can live rent free, something like that. Okay, so you can see where that could make sense, right? Okay. So now, if you have a single family, there is no help. You're it. Okay? You're it for the mortgage. You're it for the water bill, the tax bill, the everything. Everything is on you. Okay? Also, the repairs. If you have a single family, all repairs is on you. If you have a multifamily, then you can deduct tax-wise different repairs that you do to the tenant's property, to the tenant's apartments, off your taxes, saving you money on taxes. So you can see where it just makes a lot of sense to have a multi versus a single. Now I agree, as you get older, that maybe you just want to have your own, because by then the tenants would have done you up enough where you just had it with them. But you know, when you're first starting out, I think that that's okay, because even though, you know, you may hear some stuff from them, or maybe you have perfect tenants for a long time, and then here comes somebody that it just works your nerves, okay, and it makes you want to not even deal with tenants anymore. But at least you have gotten where you need to go so that you can get your dream home, okay? Or maybe so that you can be more financially secure, okay? Okay, so let me move on. Now, I want to talk about when you own a home, you have to really be very frugal with your money, just like you did when you were saving your money for the home, because there are going to be lots of things that come up. Like, for instance, you may have, I don't know, a rodent problem that a tenant says that they seen a mouse or something. Well, you have to be able to pay the exterminator immediately to solve that problem, because if you don't solve that problem, that's considered a code violation, and they could call the code department. So you want to keep the code department off your back, and you want to make sure you show proof that you did something about the problem, which is the exterminator. So all these things that could come up that you need money instantly for. So just remember that while you're having fun and you're enjoying your home, that you also have to save for the unknown, okay? Okay, so I think I've talked enough on this video. I'm gonna stop this video, and I'm gonna pick it up on part 2, okay? I hope this interests you, and I hope that this is helping somebody, okay? Alright, so I'll see you on part 2. Thanks. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Share the video. You may have some children or family members that are trying to buy a house. And this could be some helpful information for them, especially the fact that you can buy a house on auction from the city or state that you live in. They may not know that, and that's a cash sale, and you can be rent and mortgage free on that one. Okay? All right, check out my links below if you're interested in my GoFundMe or Patreon. You please check it out, and if you would like to participate, that would be absolutely great, marvelous. Okay? All right, I'll talk to you on the next one, okay?